Postcards from a Quarantine Paradise. March 13, 2020. It's the last day of my food writing class before spring break. Several students are out sick, and those present look exhausted. Hawaii may be one of the most isolated places in the world, but it's also an international hub. All the positive coronavirus cases thus far are travel related, spreading through Waikiki. The Honolulu airport is deemed a potential super spreader. We discuss our current topic, grocery stores. How do they function in society? How are they represented in literature and film? What characters and scenes do we encounter there? How does a grocery store tell a story? I didn't know that would be the last time I'd see my students in person. March 22nd, 2020. Today, the governor of Hawaii issued a work-from-home order, community spread. I nervously drive to Costco in Waipahu. The line to the parking lot extends around the block, and it takes me 30 minutes just to find a space. I try not to touch my face while navigating the crowded aisles. The water, toilet paper, eggs, and milk are already gone. I grab all the meat and frozen fruits and vegetables I can find. Bulk, panic. As I wait in the crowded checkout line, I look around at everyone's concerned faces and carts full of canned goods and boxed foods. I feel lucky. My job is safe, online and remote, and I can still afford rent and food in the most expensive place in the world to buy toilet paper. The bill is $450, the most I've ever spent on a single grocery trip. I feel kind of survivor's guilt. When I return home, my daughters are sleeping, and my wife is sanitizing every surface. The national news plays on the television, 250,000 cases worldwide. I disinfect and put away the groceries in the pantry and fridge, 10,000 deaths. I freeze enough meat to last months, habitats destroyed, bats and pangolins butchered. I take a hot shower. How long can we shelter in place? March 27th, 2020. My mom calls from California, where the virus has spread like wildfire. She's had a dry cough and sore throat, but her doctor said she doesn't qualify for a test, no fever. Hopefully, it's just a cold, she says. I ask about Grandma, who's 92 years old, dementia. Her care home is quarantined, my mom says. I call her on the phone, but she doesn't understand why no one visits her anymore. I explain the pandemic to her every day because she doesn't remember. I'll visit her tomorrow, she says, wave through the window. I feel an ocean length apart. April 2nd, 2020. Happy birthday to you. I sing to my daughter as we wash our hands together. She doesn't understand this new ritual because her real birthday is months away. She doesn't understand why her school was shut down, why she has to stay home all the time, why we can't go to the playground. I don't know how to explain the pandemic to her. So I scrub her fingernails and repeat, Happy birthday to you. I close my eyes and make a wish. 6 lit candles on a chocolate cake, unopened presents, our family who traveled across the ocean to celebrate with us. I hear them singing, and no one is missing. April 20th, 2020. Hundreds of tourists continue arriving every day. Cheaper flights, discounted hotel rates, reservoirs of disease. Residents protest at the airport. One sign asks, why is your vacation more important than our health? Under pressure, the governor finally establishes a 2-week quarantine for all visitors. However, many tourists break quarantine, post selfies at the beach on social media. Some are arrested and fined. Not even a pandemic can shut down paradise. April 25th, 2020. My mom calls again. Says the funeral director called. If grandma dies, we aren't allowed to have a funeral service. But isn't grieving together our most essential business? June 5th, 2020. We live in Aiea, which is just a few minutes' drive to Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam and home to many military personnel and their families who live off base. While countless U.S. soldiers at bases around the world and on aircraft carriers have tested positive for COVID-19, the military here won't disclose to the public the exact numbers of infected soldiers in Hawaii because of security reasons. The Department of Homeland Security recently announced that military members traveling to Hawaii for the upcoming training and war games known as RIMPAC will be exempt from the state's quarantine guidelines. Not even a pandemic can demilitarize paradise. June 6, 2020. It's the hottest day of the summer. We turn on the AC and close the blackout drapes. More than 10,000 people attend a Black Lives Matter march from Ala Moana Beach Park to the state capitol in Honolulu. We watch a Facebook live stream on our laptops. Our daughters, tired from playing, lie down to nap. My wife takes their temperature. How long can we shelter each other in a world where children can't play with friends at school? Where elders can't breathe without ventilators, where we can't hug without fear. I turn on CNN but mute the volume. It's strange to watch protests and not hear chanted slogans. Strange to see looting without the sound of glass shattering. Strange to witness police brutality as silent shrapnel. How long can we shelter each other when there's no vaccine for the virulent outbreaks of human greed and racial violence? They replay the video, a white cop's knee choking a black man's neck. His lips move, but his voice is an unheard riot. Our youngest daughter stirs. I gently rub her back. Her body curls like a flattened curve, breathing peacefully. Please, I whisper, don't wake up yet.